Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to discuss a long-awaited development for Bo-Katan, the Darksaber, and what it means for Din Djarin's story. Before we jump into why you clicked on this video though, I want to remind you to leave a like and subscribe for more Star Wars content. I recently shared that one of my goals for this channel was 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. One of the comments said that I'd be lucky to even get 25. And despite the fact that he's probably trolling, he's right. I'm lucky to even get a few subscribers, and I'm thankful to those of you who have. It truly means a lot to me to see the work I put into each video pay off by building this community slowly but surely. So thank you for being here. Okay, let's get back to the topic at hand. Din Djarin's future in the Mandalorian. To set this up though, I want to debrief the latest Darksaber development, so if you haven't seen this week's episode of The Mandalorian, Chapter 22, Guns for Hire, this is your spoiler warning. When Bo and Din reconnect with the Nite Owls, now led by Axe Woves, Din Djarin understands what they need to hear in order to accept Bo-Katan as the true owner of the Darksaber. He tells the story of his defeat by General Grievous's estranged brother in the mines of Mandalore, and no, it's not actually General Grievous's brother, but the similarities are there. He lost the Darksaber in the mines, and Bo-Katan used it to defeat his captor, thus becoming the true owner of the legendary blade. This is the second time that Bo-Katan has been in possession of the Darksaber. The first time was when Sabine Wren handed it to her. And this is what she's been trying to avoid with Din Djarin just handing it to her, so thus we've needed this explanation and this story. Now, some have said the way Bo-Katan got the Darksaber in the mines of Mandalore was not very inspiring because at the end of the day, this cyborg thing, it was probably never going to lead Mandalore with the Darksaber, so was it even a real threat? It certainly wasn't the same as Maul and Pre Vizsla facing off against each other. But I don't think that so much matters because I think what Din Djarin realizes is that Bo-Katan has earned the title of Mandalore, or has earned the right to be leader of Mandalore or hold or own the Darksaber. It just hasn't worked out in her favor, technically speaking. So he shares this story so that she can at least get it on a technicality. And I think that even some of the Nite Owls probably know this as well, that Bo-Katan is more than deserving of the Darksaber at this point, and this technicality gets it in her possession. So Din shares this story, and it's anything but inspiring, but it was enough for Axe Woves and the rest of the Nite Owls who followed him. So this leads me to what I think is an interesting takeaway regarding Darksaber ownership. Before this episode, it, like I said, seemed that an inspiring story of combat or conquest was important to wielding the saber, but now it almost seems to function more like the Elder Wand in Harry Potter, where if you get it, even on a technicality, it will answer to you. Obviously, this comparison breaks down because the Elder Wand is a magical item that bonds to its wielder. The Darksaber is not. It's a symbolic weapon that thrives on the stories of its wielders. This means the rules surrounding it should be held loosely because its power is subject to the Mandalorians who give it power. So Bo-Katan has the Darksaber, which gained the loyalty of her former followers, the Nite Owls. Bo-Katan also, along with the Armorer, knows about the mythosaur on Mandalore, which gives her the loyalty of the Children of the Watch through the Armorer's endorsement. Things really appear to be set up for Bo-Katan to lead. But the more this progresses, the more I notice that Din Djarin is the reason for Bo-Katan's success. I'll list out a few examples for you from this season. First, the mythosaur was only discovered because Din still believed in the waters under Mandalore. Din Djarin was consistent in his beliefs. Second, she has the Darksaber because of Din's quick thinking and ability to understand what the Nite Owls believed and needed to hear regarding the Darksaber. I've been starting to refer to Din as a reluctant ruler, and well, maybe ruler's not the right word, but much like Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings or even Jon Snow, I think that Din is destined for some sort of leadership, and I don't think he wants it in any way. Din has all of the qualities of a great leader, but he doesn't want it. Please show me a scene in the show where he's expressed any desire to lead Mandalore. To me, the fact that he doesn't want to lead, though, is the exact reason that he could be a great leader for the Mandalorian people. Bo's path to leadership is well earned. I don't want to take away from the amazing character development that has happened for Bo this season. She certainly deserves to regain the support of all Mandalorians. But in order to answer the question of Din's future, I think there's a couple options that I can see on the table. First, co-ruling with Bo-Katan. I've mentioned this before, and I think it's still possible that in order to unite the Mandalorians, Bo and Din will need to rule together. This season has certainly demonstrated that they work well together, and we should also consider that the Children of the Watch and Bo's Nite Owls have been at odds with each other in the past, so I don't think that tension will immediately go away, or at least not without Din and Bo each leading their respective people. I could see this being prompted by the Armorer after Din tames the Mythosaur, because I still think it will be him to do that. If not him, probably Grogu. So think about it, Bo with the Darksaber and Din with the Mythosaur. In the eyes of both Mandalorian groups, this would give them a claim to leadership. The second option is a new one that I hadn't thought of, but what if it becomes so clear to Bo that Din would make a better leader that she relinquishes her claim to endorse Din who doesn't want it? I need to think this one through, but perhaps it's an option on the table, and maybe I'll make a separate video on it. But right now, I think that a dual leadership between Bo and Din is a more likely scenario, at least in the short term. Who knows, maybe Bo and Din lead as placeholders for the true Mandalore, Grogu. He certainly has a bright future ahead of him as a Jedi Mandalorian, much like Tar Vizsla, who created the Darksaber. Anyways, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Din Djarin's future in the story? He's still a mystery to me, but I think I'm starting to get a picture of where his character development is headed. I don't know about you, but I love that there is a character in Star Wars right now that I just can't predict. It's actually quite refreshing. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree that Bo and Din can rule together, or do you disagree? Either way, let me know why, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.